This is going to be a tier list of how socially acceptable is each Overwatch hero to play. So it's going to be from Chad, which is, like, just to give you an example, Reinhardt. And the opposite of Reinhardt is going to be probably Mei. I think Mei has seen the most hate from what I've seen. We're just going to roll with what we've got. So it's obviously best to worst. Bastion. Bastion is pretty bad. I see a lot of Bastions and everyone seems to hate Bastion just because of a tank, just because of the outright DPS. And you die so quickly to this. Not quite as bad as Mei, though. Kiriko. Kiriko, if anything, is Chad, I'd say. She's got amazing damage output. She can absolutely save your team. Amazing healer, flanker, you name it, Kiriko can do it. Ramatra. I think he's all right. I think some people are a little bit annoyed about his ult. So it's definitely not quite as nice having him on the enemy team. But when he's on your team, yeah, no, it's fine. Loses points because he needs healing all the time. Widowmaker. Socially awkward. Amazing in the game. No one likes having a Widowmaker on their team because generally Widowmakers are terrible. And no one likes having them on the enemy team because, of course, the enemy team's sniper is always so accurate. Always hitting their shots. Torb. He's actually a Chad. He's actually a Chad, but I'm going to bring him down a notch because the turret... like, the turret's doing the work for you. Let's be honest. Like, you pick Torb because you can't aim. It's fine. D.va. D.va's actually alright. D.va's alright, and I'm going to say this because the defense matrix can actually really help out your team. You have to get a good D.va. Bad D.vas would be a little bit lower down, but D.va as a whole is alright. Symmetra, definitely socially unacceptable. Like, you are placing your turrets down and basically destroying everyone without doing anything. Without doing anything. You're the bane of my existence. I hate them. Cassidy or McCree. I'm actually going to say he's alright. I hate the grenade. I hate the grenade. But the rest of his kit kind of takes some skill. Like, you have to kind of aim. I think he's definitely socially acceptable, even though his abilities are actually terrible to die to. Brigitte. I think, from what I've heard, this is actually really bad. And this, again, this is more from what she used to be, from what I've heard she used to be, rather than what she is today. She's actually really nice to play, but socially acceptable? Nah, it's not happening. Soldier 76, he's alright. He's an easy hero to play, but I can't see any issues having a soldier on my team, having a soldier on the enemy team. Nah, it's just fine. It's fine. No one's gonna even look at you twice if you, like, insta-lock soldier. Mercy. I'm gonna be a bit biased. I'm gonna say no. Socially unacceptable, and I'll tell you why. Because the damage boost has caused so much pain and grief to everyone so far. It's not been working out great. And as a tank main, I never get healed by the Mercy. She's always off dealing with DPS, dealing with the other support, and I never see her. And then I just can't shoot her out of the sky. So socially unacceptable in my eyes. Ashe. Ashe is Chad. As much as I hate dying to Bob, like, her whole skill set, you need aim, you need positioning. Just generally, I'm happy seeing Ashe running about. Bob is the Chaddest of all Chads. Sojourn. I think she's alright. I struggle with her kit a little bit, but other than the one-shots that she kept getting, like, earlier on, that's kind of been nerfed now. She's alright. She's kind of along the same lines as Soldier, but worse, in my opinion. Should be like half a tier below Soldier. Orisa. Orisa's not socially acceptable. I'm sorry. I love Orisa to bits, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love her kit. I love bullying people. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. You are bullying people. You're pushing people around, spearing them into walls. And unfortunately, Orisa is just not socially acceptable, as much as I hate to admit it. I hate to admit it because I would have Orisa up here if I could, but it's not me who dictates. I don't dictate this, unfortunately. Anna, absolute Chad. She has amazing utility in the game. Like every team should have an Anna all the time. All the time. I hate dying to her kit. Like the anti-nade is terrible, but she's actually a legend, especially when she gets the sleeps. Baptiste, I'm going to say, is an actual Chad as well. And this isn't even for his damage output, which is amazing. Not even for his heals or his lamp, which are also amazing, but just his comebacks. Like, his voice line comebacks are amazing. I love this. He's an amazing hero. Reaper. Reaper is not very socially acceptable, I find. He's an amazing hero, don't get me wrong. He's just a little bit too easy to play, I find. And I feel like he's a bit of a noob trap where people are just going to pick this up, spam everything, get some easy kills, but not necessarily actually do anything for your team. And no one likes dying to a Reaper who's just teleported into your team. Moira. Oh, dude, I would honestly, I'd have Moira up here because Moira has amazing kit. Like, not utility-wise, just in numbers, but honestly, she's more down here. Because honestly, like, a good Moira can carry in heals. TikTok Moira here in Discord mod. Every other Moira in Please No. The Moiras I come across, like, they're not actually too bad. Sombra, Discord mod. There is no argument here. Just the hack having no abilities for however long. It doesn't matter what the duration is. Just being able to stop someone's ability while they're using it. No one likes this. No one likes it. You're terrible. Go away. Genji is Please No. Don't get me wrong. Genji mains, if you can pull off Genji's kit well, you are god tier, and I love watching that. But as a support player, Genji's always off randomly somewhere else asking for healing. And the Genjis I come across generally just jump in, die, and then respawn and repeat. Sorry, it just doesn't work out enough for you guys. Wrecking Ball. I'm also going to say Please No. Because this guy is just annoying. He's just annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, he's fun to play. His kit's actually alright now. But he's just annoying. You know when you get kicked around by someone else's balls and then shot in the back? It's not a fun experience. I wouldn't put him as far as the other ones, but he's definitely not great. Lucio's alright. He's not a Chad because most of the Lucios I see are not doing a good thing. They're not actually helping their team. They're just like standing around trying to speed boost, not actually doing anything. A good Lucio would definitely be Chad, but overall, he's in alright. Zarya is a Please No. Her bubbles are just annoying to deal with. Like, it blocks literally everything. It blocks everything. I hate dealing with Zarya's bubbles. And the worst thing is, the best way to deal with it is to just not shoot her. And while you're not shooting her, she's shooting you, and all the rest of the team is as well, so you kind of get screwed. I don't enjoy fighting Zarya. I don't enjoy playing as Zarya. She's a Please No from me. Hanzo. We need a new tier. I'm sorry. He's even worse than Discord mod. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hanzo is the bane of my existence, okay? You just spam shots all day long and you accidentally one-shot half of the team? No, like, if there was one hero I'd remove completely, and don't get, like, Symmetra would be a very good base for this one. No, it'd be Hanzo. Just, the random one-shots all of the time. I hate it. I hate it. And it's never a good Hanzo, because when you watch the kill cams, they're just spamming. They're spamming. Sorry, Hanzo mains. Sorry. Hog. Hog isn't actually too bad now. I'm gonna say Hog is actually socially acceptable. He's alright now. He used to be worse with the whole hook and one-shot. I think they've made a lot of progress to nerfing the hook one-shot thing, and I think he's actually alright. Especially if your supports aren't keeping up with the tank. he's one of these tanks that you can just wander off, do your own thing. You don't really need to play as a team. And every now and then try and hook someone closer to your team to take him out. Sigma, he's an absolute Chad. 100% Chad. I love playing Sigma. I've not seen a single thing on the internet that says anything bad about Sigma. Nothing. Not a single comment about Sigma being bad. If anything, Sigma would almost be above, but no, that'd be unfair to Rain. We have Zenyatta. Zenyatta is awesome. He's great fun. I hate dying to his kit. He's got a very strong hit kit, but having a Zen player in your team is a great thing. Like, I respect Zen players, especially the kick. It's mostly about the kick. Let's be honest. Winton, again, like, I honestly, I don't find as much value with Winston as some other tanks myself. But, again, Winton, he just seems to have an amazing following online. It's just very socially acceptable to play Winton. Doomfist. He's not socially acceptable. I'm sorry. Like, we've been seeing a lot of Doomfist recently with the One Punch Man collaboration. But honestly, like, ever since Overwatch 2 has started, I have not stopped hearing bad things about Doomfist. Again, if you're a very good Doomfist, this gets bumped up a little bit, but in general, nah. Sorry. Echo. I kind of want to put Echo in chat. I'm going to put Echo in alright. Because she can have some amazing damage output. The plays you can make with Echo are very, very, very cool. But you occasionally see that one Echo that's just flying about doing nothing. Nothing. Junker Queen. Junker Queen, I'm going to put along the same level as Doomfist. Junker Queen, don't get me wrong, Junker Queen is a very, very fun hero to play. And I very rarely see anything bad about Junker Queen. But as a tank, I don't find Junker Queen to be the most socially acceptable tank to play. I feel like her role is more of a run in, do a bunch of damage. Like, she's a great hero, don't get me wrong. But not the best socially acceptable tank. Tracer. Tracer's a complicated one because there are good and bad Tracers, and a bad Tracer does nothing, but a good Tracer, oh my god. They absolutely destroy the enemy team. They just run in, take someone out, run back as if nothing has happened. And the best thing is, you don't even have to look after them. They just do their own thing. They run off on their own, they grab their own health on their own. Very socially acceptable hero to play. Junkrat and Pharah. Oh god, Junkrat's gonna be down here. I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing Junkrat. I love his kit, but socially acceptableness? No. Like, everyone complains. Everyone complains about a Junkrat. Again, it's a similar thing to Hanzo. It's a spam ability. You just click, 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 and let everything do it for you. But Hanzo gets one-shots with it, and Junkrat just does random damage. Pharah, I'm actually going to put a little bit higher up. A little bit higher up. You can't actually see because of the camera, but she's here. She's in the please no. She's along the same lines as Junkrat, but I'd argue that Pharah takes a little bit more skill to stay in the air. Again, it's all about the spam. It's all about the spam, so not socially acceptable, but takes a little bit more skill than Junk, in my opinion. There we have it. What do we reckon? There's the list. What else should we make a tier list about? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to subscribe with notifications on if you enjoy the content, and I will see you in the next one.